You might be making good progress towards your financial goals and consider yourself a savvy consumer. You happen to be browsing the internet when you come across a seemingly great deal that you can't ignore. So you persuade yourself you can save some money from the deal. But before you decide, stop. It could be a trap, a money trap. Now, a money trap is a snare that lures people into spending money for things that they don't require or need. These traps keep hardworking people from building wealth and force them to work well into their 60s and even 70s in order to retire comfortably. That's why we need to talk about some of the common money traps you will likely encounter. This way, you know what to look out for and how to avoid them. This is Financially Well. Let's go. Here are the money traps you must avoid no matter what. 0% down plans. Do you see that new 65-inch smart TV you've been eyeing? What if we told you you could get it right now without paying anything up front? Putting 0% down may appear to be a no-brainer, but it's a no money down trap. It's just another tactic to trap you into a months-long commitment, making long-term payments on something you should be paying for upfront in full. The payment terms typically range from 12 to 36 months. So by purchasing that smart TV, you are now in debt, scratching your head thinking about how you're going to make the monthly payments. So how do you avoid the no money down trap? Instead of putting no money down, consider saving up the cash you'll need for the purchase and put all the money down. If you want to enjoy something, wait until your pocketbook tells you you're ready. Besides, electronics frequently get cheaper with time. Adjustable rate mortgages. Adjustable rate mortgages, or ARMs, were all the rage among home buyers about a decade ago. After the housing market crashed and the government bailed out the big banks, it became nearly impossible to take out an ARM, but they're making a comeback. Typically, mortgage rates come in two forms. A fixed rate, where the interest you are required to pay is fixed for the life of the loan, and a variable rate, also known as an adjustable rate, where the rate of interest you're required to pay changes from time to time. Listen, it doesn't matter if the offer is a 3-year or a 5-year ARM. You only need to know that the rate is adjustable, meaning it will go up if you don't lock it in, and you have absolutely no control over it. When you get an ARM, you are playing with fire, and there's no good reason to take on such risks. So how can you avoid falling into this money trap? Instead of getting an adjustable rate mortgage, we recommend that you play it safe and get a 15 or a 30-year fixed rate mortgage and pay the house off sooner than the terms of the agreement. Taking out student loans. Student loans are without a doubt the biggest money trap out there today. And it's predicated on the fallacy that in order to finance your education, you have to take out student loans. Nothing could be further from the truth. In the United States, federal student loan debt has ballooned to more than $1.7 trillion, with the average student leaving school with $35,000 in student loan debt. It's a disaster. If you want to go to college, don't fall for the big lie that you've got to take out student loans to pay for it. The truth is, there are multiple ways to pay for college without taking out student loans or incurring excessive debt. Even if you can afford to pay out of pocket, you can save thousands of dollars on your education by doing things like picking an affordable college while applying for grants and scholarships. You could also enroll in a community college to get some credit hours before transferring to a 4-year university. The goal is to graduate debt-free or with as little debt as possible. If you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button you see below and like this video to get the most out of your money. Buying or purchasing too much house. It does not take much for one to fall in love with a stately, beautiful home with your dream kitchen and 20-foot ceiling. You can easily picture your friends being impressed by the manicured landscape and spacious master suite. Home buying is undoubtedly an emotional experience, and you can easily overspend and wind up with a mortgage that is too much for your wallet. It's tempting to use every single dollar of your mortgage pre-approval, but it is not a good idea. Despite the fact that the property would likely appreciate in value, being house poor is no fun, especially when you can't afford to maintain your car or even take a vacation. When you consider all of the other expenses that come with being a homeowner, taxes, insurance, maintenance, utilities, and so forth, your home expense could easily devour half or even more of your income. So before you sign on the dotted line, make sure your total monthly mortgage payment plus all of the other expenses associated with home ownership do not exceed 1/3 of your take-home pay. High interest credit cards. Believe it or not, credit cards are a money pit. This is because while you may think you are saving money by using a credit card, you are actually spending more. Credit card companies entice new customers by offering freebies when they sign up. And before you realize it, you have racked up a boatload of debt in interest and fees. A common strategy companies employ to get you to use their credit card more is the reward points they promise you. All the airline miles, cashback, and discount on purchases are just deployed to persuade you to spend more and end up in debt because of it. When you consider taxes and hidden fees, the benefits aren't as appealing as you would think. So how can you avoid falling into the credit card money pit? Don't be fooled and enticed by the offers. Don't be tempted by credit card offers that show up in the mail. Shred the offers and toss them in the trash. Refuse to play along with the credit card company and keep more of your money in your wallet. And remember that the only way to use a credit card is to pay the balance in full and on time every month. Risk-free trials. Just from the title, risk-free trial, you can tell it's risky. One of the most frightening aspects of a money trap is that it deceives you into thinking it's risk-free. It's incredibly simple to slip into this trap, and it only takes 2 steps. First, free to try for the first 30 days with a subscription. 2, monthly fee of $X each month after a 30-day trial. The secret to this money trap is that most people, especially when they end up not using the service, forget to cancel the subscription or membership after the 30-day trial period expires. Fall into this trap and it could cost you hundreds by the time you remember or realize you're paying for a service you do not need or use. So how can you avoid falling into the risk-free money pit? Don't wait until the very last day of the trial before you cancel the service, as you are likely to forget. Instead, put a reminder on your calendar to cancel at least a week before the end of the trial. And make sure you discontinue the service anytime you think it no longer fits your needs. Car leases. You've certainly had the experience where you pulled your old car into your driveway after a long day at work. Maybe it's a Toyota Corolla or Honda Accord. Moments later, just as you are about to step out, your neighbor drives up with a brand new fancy Mercedes C-Class premium package with the latest in infotainment and connectivity. You can't help but think, wouldn't it be nice to trade in that old banged up Toyota for something like your neighbor's new car? You are well aware that you do not have the funds at the moment, but who cares? All you need is a few $1,000s down at lease signing and be able to afford the monthly payments. But you couldn't be more wrong about that. The most costly way to drive a vehicle is to lease it. The dealer will not tell you that the lease payments include depreciation and mileage limits. Sure, a new luxury car would be nice, but only if you can afford to buy it outright. If you have to sign a lease just to get the car, you are spending beyond your means. So don't even think about it. Thanks for watching. If you want to get the most out of your money, hit the subscribe button now and leave a comment saying I subscribe, and we will personally respond to your comments. And as always, see you next time.